We have a voicemail number. That number is 219-2-DAVID-P. I am really, really, really regretting something I did on the show. 2 weeks ago now, someone said, David, if you had to leave the country, where would you go? I have no plan to leave the country. I don't think it's going to be necessary to leave the country, but I answered the question anyway. And I said, well, I could go back to Argentina anytime because I was born there. So I can go anytime. As a Jewish individual, I could go to Israel at any time. I'm working on getting European citizenship through my grandfather who fled Poland before war, but I'm not planning to do any. Okay. The number of messages I have received now from people saying, David, I'm canceling my membership because I don't want to be with someone who's going to abandon us if the going gets tough, all these different things. I regret even talking about it. And now this is sort of the height of it. This caller said, David, you planning to leave makes you seem like the unpatriotic Jew who will take his capital and leave with no loyalty. We've gotten to the anti-Semitic tropes part of the leaving the country timeline. Take a listen to this.
Hey, Dave, my name is Jeff, and I'm calling about your recent segments reference you leaving the United States if things go authoritarian.
Yeah.
That raises a couple of concerns, I think, that were borne out in Alex Jones's response to those videos. The first concern is that it reinforces the trope that Jews aren't really patriotic or good citizens in here. You know, you're saying if things get bad enough, you'll leave. The second concern is it promotes the trope that, you know, Jews are a global set who will pick up their capital and split, look for better markets, the first sort of trouble. I'm saying this as a guy who by right may go to Israel or may go to Spain, but I won't go to either one of those places except and only if I'm a tourist. If things get bad here, it's only because we let them get bad.
Guys, I'm not leaving. In a true dystopia, the likes of which I was imagining when I answered the question, we would all be looking to leave. There wouldn't be any more tourism. It would be an emergency. We would all be looking for safe haven. Me being Jewish wouldn't change that. This was a question asked by the audience. If you were to leave because things got so bad, where would you go? And it's true. If I left, I'm not going to go to Thailand or Norway, where I both don't speak the language and have no way to actually go to legally. If I left, I would be more likely to go to Argentina because I was born there, or to Israel for legal reasons. But I'm not planning on leaving. And it was clearly a very big mistake to even entertain the question. What a disaster. On today's bonus show, we will talk about a massive winter storm coming that will stretch 2,000 miles. It is going to hit areas that don't typically have winter storms and are much less prepared and have disastrous infrastructure. Are we looking at another potential episode of what happened in Texas with electricity in a bunch of states because this storm is so widespread? And if so, what are Republicans going to say about infrastructure? Hope it doesn't happen. We'll talk about it on today's bonus show. We will also talk about the big headline among many on the right that for the first time ever, America's national debt has surpassed $30 trillion. What does it actually mean without hyperbole? We will talk about it. And lastly, their jury deliberations have started in the Roy Moore defamation case. You might have, we talked about this case a long time ago. You might have forgotten about it. Jury deliberations have started, and we're going to talk about what's at stake there. All of those stories and more, I am told, on today's bonus show. We will be. I'm told there's something going on for my birthday on today's bonus show. I don't know what it is. I'm as curious as you are. Join it. Join Pakman.com. Get instant access, and we will see you on the bonus show or otherwise tomorrow.